Okay, so My Hero Academia season 7 is finally out. Oh my god, I'm so excited. This is me watching it a few days after or week after it came out. I do hope that you are all pumped as much as I am excited. So this season we're going to be having Star and Stripe. So the chapters 329 to 334. UA Trader. This already gives me combat, gives me action, but they are between chapter 335 to 342 and Final War. And I'm like, Final War, okay. This is so much information that they're going to be putting in this season, and I'm so intrigued on how they're going to do this in so limited time and without. And I really hope, really removing from the actual animation, the actual storyline, and keeping that excitement that we had from the very beginning of this franchise of My Hero Academia. Oh my god! So if you haven't watched the memories, the few episodes that were released to kind of get us back into the motion of things, they aired in April. I was supposed to review some of them. I've reviewed one, but I'm still gonna review the others. But go and watch them first, for to remind yourself about few things that happened. Apart from that, episode 1 season 7 starts very, very chilled. Surprisingly, I was expecting him to still be in a raggedy, looking like a beggar, like a homeless person that he was looking like in season 6 towards the end, where he felt like the safety of the world was on his shoulders, and only on his shoulders, and he basically was hiding, trying to escape, or trying to make sure that his friends and everybody else were far away from him, because he was the sole target of the enemy. Few scenes in, and honestly, I think this is going to be an amazing show. We are reminded about where we left, the fact that a lot of villains were released at the end of season 6, and they're now spreading destruction all over the place. They're taking control, and we are reminded about Shigaraki, who is to succeed all for one. And the scene actually, what is we're seeing what is happening around the world outside of Japan, which is kind of strange, because it's rare to see the point of view of other countries when something is happening somewhere. So in this case, we are seeing that what's happening in Japan is actually having a repercussion, a consequence, or influence in the rest of the world, which, if you ask me, is kind of a good, amazing perspective to give us. So we are presented Star, and Star wants to go to Japan to help out. And we're not surprised, because Star, first of all, we are in the United States, and these are heroes from the United States talking about going to Japan to help Japanese. She touches and she speaks something, a role or anything. That thing that she spoke plays a role, becomes true. So she grabs air. How do you bloody grab air? I don't know. She grabs air and she says, "The air is not going to exist in front of me." To fathom, but we see Shigaraki struggling to breathe. It's a crazy power, guys. I don't know if you understand. It is a crazy power. She can literally touch Shigaraki and say die, and he would die. What? The fact that Shigaraki called Star America literally made me laugh so hard. And also, the Americans are so Americans. They're so show off. She is a show off. She is a female All Might, because what actual quirk, one of his powers, one of her powers, sorry, is a New Order, and basically New Order is what I just described. She's able to touch something, animated or unanimated, speaks the name of that thing, and can control them, can order them, whatever. So she touches Shigaraki and speaks his name and says something like, "If you move from this position, you're going to kaput." and it did not work because Shigaraki in this moment is fighting for his life, because All For One is trying to take over Shigaraki's body, mind, and soul and merge with him. So really, Shigaraki doesn't know if he's Shigaraki, as well as All For One doesn't know if he's All For One or Shigaraki. Does that make sense? So basically, for for Star Quirk to work, the identity of the thing she utters has to be defined and clear. And Shigaraki at this moment doesn't really, his identity is not clear for him as well. So we obviously know that Shigaraki is not gonna die here because this is literally episode 1 of season 7. It's more about how is he going to survive, what's gonna happen, because this woman has generated a humongous replica of herself using air and impaled Shigaraki, preventing him to regenerate. And then we see that missiles are being released from somewhere in the US, and they're very close to Star, and the episode finishes. So Star is aware that Shigaraki is not dead, but he's just not able to regenerate itself, and we are not sure what's gonna happen next. I mean, I would assume that Shigaraki is not gonna die in episode 2 as well, but I'm curious to see what's gonna happen to Star. I really hope that she's not gonna kaput, and I really hope that we'll see her and fighting with the rest of the team. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my commentary, and I hope I didn't spoil anything. I'm guessing her power wouldn't work, right? We haven't seen much of the rest of the heroes. The reason being is from season 6, we knew that humanity kind of lost hope on the heroes of Japan because they were struggling to solve the situation, or to defeat control the situation basically. So that's why we have the Americans coming over. So what did you think of this episode? Did you like it? What are your expectations honestly from this season, and the fact that they are going to give us so many chapters, or so many, they're going to try to put in few episodes a lot of information from the mangas. What are your expectations? I'm not gonna lie, if I feel a bit sorry for Shigaraki, because we know who he is, we know who his mother is, and he is traumatized. He's a boy with a lot of trauma, and I feel like All For One is using him. He's just using him and manipulating him, and he is trying to fight it somehow. So although he is the villain, at the same time I have a little bit of a soft spot for him. But yeah, what do you think about this episode? What did you think if you watched it? Do you think Star is going to do anything with her powers? What do you think about Star's powers, by the way? Because they're quite strong, but I don't think they are as strong if you actually, analyze and understand her quirk. Leave a comment below about your expectations of this show. My expectations are so high, honestly, because this show has disappointed me yet, and I'm afraid that this is gonna be the year. Touch wood. What did you think about the episode? What did you think about Star's performance, and what are your ideas or feelings about Shigaraki now? Please share, subscribe if you haven't. If you want to connect, please do so. Let's exchange chit chat, and don't spoil things for people. I should have said spoiler at the beginning of this, to be honest. Okay, well, catch you all guys in the next review, I guess. Bye.